Where I come from, we said Akwaba. It simply means that you have left your home and come to another home. You are still at home, so welcome to your new home. My name is Konate, for those who do not know me, but I think you know me because I'm famous. I'm joking. It is my honor and privilege to be here today in front of you in the name of my entire team, more than 26 people, not only from KARLSRUHE, but also from around the world who have gathered so that you and I got the chance to sit here today and discuss a little bit about what it is to have better ideas. I am a public speaker. I normally go on stage and talk to people. My job is to inspire them so that they can bring change in their life. And by the grace of God, I have been doing that for the past 5 years now. Over this time, I have spoken to more than 20,000 people across 2 different continents. But there haven't been a single day before I go on stage that I haven't asked myself one question, the question of knowing why I was doing that. You see, I have come to the realization that nothing interesting and wonderful happens to those who do not have a strong why. There is a reason why we are all sitting here today. There is a reason why some people have taken the time to organize this activity. There is a reason why we do every single day, every single thing. So upon us today, I do believe before we talk about the topic today, is maybe to ask each other, why? What is your why and what is our why? And today, when I was coming here today, I wanted to share with you why we have taken the time to organize this activity. That story of mine is going to be the opening speech for us today before we dive into what it is, our TEDx talk. I want to share with you a story that might sound for many people to be maybe banal, or a story that can be maybe easy, but a story which is really deeply embedded in the reason why you and I are here today. I was born and raised in West Africa, in a country called Ivory Coast, in a small town called Azagé. I would spend my time with my mother at the market, in a marketplace where I used to sell with her as well. I have learned the art of negotiation and selling since I was 7 years old. One day, I was alone at the market. It was raining that day. I was sitting in the shop waiting for the rain to stop so that I can go home. While I was sitting there in that shop also, there was a little chick, a baby chicken, actually outside, freezing to death, alone and cold. And because I don't want it to bear the guilt of seeing a chick dying, I just decided to go out and pick it. So I picked the chick that day and took it with me at home. I went at home and I see my mom, a beautiful, strong African woman. And I tell Mom, I want to keep this chick. She said yes, but only under one condition, that you promise to me that you are going to take care of it. I was around 14 years old. Of course I did it. At that time, I had a friend of mine called Naja Hello. She was German. We met online, but never met physical. And we used to discuss every single time. So quickly, I sent Nadi a picture of the chick, and she and I gave the chick a name, which means Jolie. Let's try together. Jolie. Beautiful. Jolie actually means beautiful in my language. So every single day, I was taking care of Jolie. It was living in my room, not my bed, just next to the bed. In a small box, of course. Jolie was growing every single day. The chick was actually becoming a chicken. And for those who knows African family, a chicken is always a chicken. Always. So one day, we were having a feast at home, and my family asked me to bring Jolie so that we can enjoy the feast. And I wouldn't accept that. So I went to the place and I set Jolie free and I pushed it. But the more I pushed the chicken now, he was also coming closer to me. I pushed it away, tried harder. The harder I try, the closer it comes to me. Unfortunately, Jolie ended up on the table that day. I refused to eat that day. I refused to eat that day not because I don't like chicken. I love chicken, by the way. But that day, I refused to eat for only one reason. You see, for my family that day, it was just a chicken. But for me, with my age, it was the promises I have made to my mom to take care of it. For them, it was only a chicken, which is meant to be eaten. But for me, it was the commitment and every single day time I have spent taking care of the chicken. For them, it was a chicken. But for me, it was this conversation with my friend Nadia every single time about how courageous I was to make a promise and get committed to it. I couldn't save Jolie that day. But I have learned something extremely important. I have learned that sometimes, actually, the result is not important. It is the fact that we decide to give it a try, which is even much more important. I learned that sometimes the outcome might not be important, but the person we become in the process is what actually makes us who we are. So if you are wondering why we did this activity, it is simply because of the promises we have made to ourselves to see change in our society. The reason why we have taken our time 6 and 7 months to organize everything, it is because of the commitment that we decide to take for the society. The reason why we have decided to get deeply involved in every single person back that you can see, it is simply because we believe that we can also change something in the society. It is because of the legacy that we want to leave behind us. Because we know that one day we are not going to be there anymore. But we are sure and want that one day a generation also stand up and say they are able to do what they are doing because we were courageous enough to do what we have done. That's what we want to be able to achieve. And I, seeing you here today, I just want to say thank you. Because you have answered to the call. You have also shown us that what we are doing in our society is also something very important. And for that, I want to say thank you very much. Thank you for joining.